Hello guys, this is Bismarck and welcome back to another session on Rxjava operators. Today we are going to talk about the bounce operator in Rxjava. So mostly this is what happens, okay, when we are mostly performing a search in our application. We mostly fall on using edit test or search view, which are Android widgets. And what happens is that when we are using these widgets, we use them in order for us to get whatever the user is typing in the edit test or the search view, and they are all fine and dandy. But the problem is that when we are searching using these widgets, they keep track of every single stroke the user types in the edit test or the search view, and as a result of that, it makes it expensive when we are performing a local search using the database, or you are performing a remote search using an API call. For example, let's look at this simple application that we have and let's see what is happening here. This is a normal searching. So let me try to search and let's see what is. So I'll be printing the output in the console. So I'll start with readings. There again, you see, if you can see the console, you see that when R was typed, the R was actually printed. REA. So what it means here is that all these typings are being performed to do the searching, and which can be expensive, especially when you are using an API call, meaning that with every single stroke you have to perform, or you have to hit an endpoint or make an API call, okay, which is not really effective. So we are going to solve this problem using a debounce operator in Rxjava. What is debounce operator? Okay, so it's part of Rxjava operators. So we can have, if you come here, you see, if you go to the ReactiveX documentation, you see debounce. So what it means is that the bounce operator only emits an item from an observable if a particular time span has passed without emitting another item. So looking at this preamble, it started from item 1 to item 6. Item 1 was emitted, and after that, some space elapsed before item 2 emitted. Okay, so in that sense, because it has actually exceeded the time it is looking out for, the item 1 will be emitted as it is here. The item 2 emitted, and shortly afterwards item 3 emitted. Then it went to item 4. Then again item 5 emitted, and all these 4 items emitted within a short time. As a result of that, the bounce operator will filter out these rapidly emitted items, leaving with 5. So at the end, it was only 5 that was emitted. The 2, 3, and 4 items did not emit. Okay, then within some space, some space was elapsed, and item 6 emitted. So now, if you see the output, you see 1, 5, and 6 were the items that got emitted. So meaning, let's come back to our code, meaning that if we start typing like reading, if we start typing like reading, all these will not, we are not going to get the single stroke if you are using the bounce operator. Okay, we are going to get the particular items, or the items that we typed, and after some few seconds or milliseconds per the condition or the time that you give to the debounce operator, then it will give you the item. In that sense, it will make the calls to it will limit the number of calls you make to the API or the database connection. Okay, so we are going to showcase this now. let's start using the debounce operator. So with the debounce operator, I have already done the work here. Now all that you have to do is, if you want to make your widgets observable due to kind courtesy of Jake Walton, he has a library that's called RS binding. Okay, if you want to just use these bindings, all that you have to do is you have to add this dependency, that's com.jigwalton.rs binding. Okay, so you have to add this depending to your Gradle application, your application Gradle. Then you compile it. Then afterwards, if you want to make your editors like observable, then you can call rs text view dot test changes. So all that is going to work, or what is going to happen is that the text change function will just give you, actually it will give you the stroke or the characters that the user is typing in the edit text. Now we are going to debounce these typings or characters using within a time span of 1 second. Okay, so let's see what is going to happen if we are to run this application. Let's see what is going to happen. You will see that the items are not what you are writing or what you are typing are not being emitted, or let's say the connection to the number of calls to the APIs or the database are limited, and it is very effective. So it's done running. Let's test this out. Now we have nothing in the console. Let's try typing. Reading. Okay, guys, see, so I finished typing the reading, and it wasn't like, or it wasn't as how it used to behave before. Now after the reading, then after 1 second, it gave me the test one. Yes, so it means you see the number of calls that has been made to the database. In this case, I'm using database connection. The number of calls that has been made to database is only two times. But unlike before, we have to make how many calls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost like 10 calls to the database, which is not effective. Okay, so this is how we use, or this is the usefulness of using the bounce operator in Rxjava. And the setting up is not difficult. All that you have to do is use Rxjava Debounce. So for example, let's try to use it. This is our function that we are using, so let's call this okay, so let's test this up. This is not magic. So rx text view dot text view, then you pass the edit text that you are using. So, okay, so I have reading edit text, then you debounce it in 1 second. So okay, I'm using 1 second here. Dot observe on Android dot main thread. So we are going to observe, we are going to get all this emission in our Android operator. Okay, so we are going to get this emission in our UI thread, on our UI thread dot subscribe. So the subscription is what is going to give us the query, or what the user is typing. Okay, then we can call our filter logics, takes the and the query. Okay, so simple as this. So let's run it and let's see what is happening. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do so to subscribe by hitting the red button below the tutorials, and every time I release every time I release a video or a tutorial, you'll be able to get it immediately and have a look at it so that we can all learn together. So let's see, start. Okay, so it has finished building. So let's try to see if it is working as it used to before. Okay, so everything is working right now here. So guys, so this is how we use the bounce operator in Rxjava. Okay, all right, so this is the end of our tutorials. We should try to learn and learn more. Okay, thank you guys for joining me, and as I said, if you haven't subscribed to these tutorials, do so to subscribe. Thank you.